Next up, we have a question from Not Real. I'm in an entertainment career where I'm making a lot of money right now, but I may never make this much money again. In my case, is an 80% savings rate reasonable? Or is there a way that he should approach this long term when he knows, okay, this might be a special season that I'm in?
First, I want to compliment Not Real, but I'm going to leave a lot of meat so you can fill in the actual planning.
Yeah.
Y'all know, previous firm I worked with, we worked with a lot of, it was athletes at the time. I know that after I left, they expanded into entertainers as well. And it always made me so sad when I'd have all these professional athletes, the NFL players and so forth, that would get these huge signing bonuses, and they'd start immediately expanding their lifestyle when I knew the sad historical average, and it hasn't changed. It's still, most NFL careers don't last 3 years. So I think that Not Real, you are brilliant to be having this thought while you're in the fat phase of making money, because the other experience share is Dave Grohl. You know, if you listen to Dave Grohl's biography book, he shares that him and his father didn't really get along, but the best advice that his square father gave him was, son, do you really think this money's going to keep coming in? You know, because I think you should start investing and saving. And he took his dad's advice at heart and started saving immediately and investing that money. Now, he is blessed that his career just went on for decades, and that's why he's one of the wealthiest. We haven't done a show update, but I mean, he was worth hundreds of millions of dollars now.
A number of years ago.
So use that to power that we call that entrepreneurial fear, because I have that as a person. You make good money with an enterprise. But I want to give you a compliment, Not Real, that you're at least thinking about this while you're in the fat phase of your career versus waiting until the money's gone.
And so the question is 80% okay? I don't know. Here's what you have to figure out, Not Real. You have to know what your number is. We have a great course that can actually walk you through this. If you go to learn.moneyguy.com, it's called literally the Know Your Number course. And what you can do is you can say, okay, this is the life that I want to live in the future. This is how I want to be able to structure my lifestyle. So then you figure out your number. Well, once you know your number, then you can back into how much do I need to save in order to be able to do that. So if I think, hey, I've got, there are 5 years where I'm going to be making this kind of dough, I may need to have an 80% savings rate to be able to get to that number so that I can live the lifestyle I want to live. Or you may determine, hey, you know what? I'm living large now, but I maybe only need to save 60%. And if I can save 60% for the next 3, 4, 5 years at this income level, then I'm going to set myself up for long-term success. It's very difficult to know if I am making the right decisions today if I don't have a clear view of what my finish line is. It's hard to know if I am on the path if I don't know where the destination is. So the more clearly that you can define that, the better you can answer the question, is 80% enough? I want to second Brian's thoughts. I love that you're thinking about this. In our experience, young folks who have big windfalls, or young folks who come into big money, or professional athletes or gamers or entertainers, fill in the blank, they generally have this like invincible feeling that I'm going to do this forever. This is going to go on forever. I'm going to hit my lick and this is going to be it. The fact that you're recognizing that perhaps it might not last forever is awesome, and you have a huge opportunity to set yourself up well for the future if you can be disciplined and practice that discipline now.
Daniel and I are working on a project, and there was a stat I saw while I was reviewing that people who win the lottery are, if you look at them 5 years in the future, they have a higher probability of bankruptcy than people who didn't win the lottery. How in the world is that possible? Well, it's the same thing with entertainers and celebrities and other people who get these big windfalls. And Bo talked about the Know Your Number course. Here's what that course is going to do that's going to be really valuable. If you put in your living expenses and you say, I'm spending $1 million a year, it's going to tell you how much money you need to have at retirement to support a living expense lifestyle of $1 million a year. And it's going to be a big old hunk of money. You then go, whoa, I don't need $1 million a year. How about $80,000 a year? And you're going to put $80,000 in as your living expenses, and it's going to completely change the assumptions and what you need to save, and it's going to change your mindset. That's the biggest thing. I think a lot of people who come into windfalls, including entertainers, including athletes, including lottery winners, they immediately start thinking about consumption. What can I go buy? Can I go buy a new car? Can I go buy a new house? And they're not thinking about, how do I turn this into wealth building so I actually get to live a sustainable life that reflects my values, reflects my goals, reflects the trips I want to take, reflects all the things I want to do with my family. Think about it from that abundance mindset versus a consumption mindset, and you'll be much, much better for it.